Hi, I'm Eloi. I am a trainee solicitor and I grew up in Bradford, West Yorkshire. And I studied law with Spanish at Sheffield University.
Hi guys, my name is Akil Hunt. I studied law at Trainee University, grew up in London, and I'm currently working in the legal industry.
Hi everyone, I'm Dee. I studied law also at Trainee University, graduated last summer, grew up in Birmingham, currently living there now, and I'm currently working in sales.
Hi there, I'm Fazeela, I'm from South London. I studied law at Uni of Nottingham, did my bar course at Nottingham Trent, and I'm incoming Pupil Barrister in family law.
So just to give you guys a background about why we're here today, Akil and I founded a society in university. It's called the New Black Society, and it was all about encouraging individuals to overcome adversity and to be their best selves. And now we've finished university, we wanted to continue to build upon the foundations that we did build at university, which is why we came up with the idea of holding panel sessions, talking about different topics and different areas that can continue to push a narrative of individuals overcoming adversity.
Yes, definitely. And to really elaborate on that, we really want to help you guys to think differently about the challenges you may face go through university and beyond, because we believe it will be really vital for you to understand from a different perspective how you can really grow and succeed. So today is episode 4, and we are going to be talking about diversity with a very illustrious panel. So, without further ado, we're going to go with the first topic, which is about whether or not companies, why they lack diversity. And this is a really challenging issue because people are trying to find out how they can improve diversity, but are we really getting to the core of why there is such a lack of diversity? So, Isaac, would you like to start with your perspective?
From which angle? In general, if we're talking about things from a British perspective, the reason professions, well, it depends which profession you're talking about, but if we're talking about law specifically,
yes.
The reason that law lacks diversity on various levels is because of the class system that we operate in Britain. So law was typically seen as a middle class profession, specifically like an upper middle class profession. And it's quite an expensive profession to kind of get access to, at least from a historical perspective. You had to have money to pay for obviously your university fees and then your training fees after that. But obviously now, in the modern age, we have things like access to student finance and grants and scholarships and things like that. But then that brings us on to the second barrier, which is kind of barriers on kind of either like a racial or ethnic diversity front. So it becomes very, very difficult for people, in particular from, once again, a historical perspective in Britain, where you have a lot of people from ethnic minority backgrounds who, when their families migrated here, the vast majority of them were from working class backgrounds. And so those people there, in particular if you're talking about your parents or your grandparents, the main goal that they have is obviously to make sure you're obviously a well-rounded individual as best as they can do, but you're meant to kind of obviously go through school and survive as best as you can, get a job, work and go through. But then the thing that is difficult when you're trying to get into a profession like law is that it's about who you know to give you certain knowledge that you can only have from the inside. And there's that, once again, the class element pops up. If you are from a mostly working class background, it's quite difficult to find those people. Sometimes I can say something to a student having worked in law, and then it completely changes how they think because no one's ever told them that before. And then another barrier you often have is sometimes a lot of people I've come across, particular students, have said, when I was at school, no one told me that I could do this. And that is the first barrier that sticks in your mind, and all you can think is that you're not worthy of getting a training contract, you're not worthy of getting the pupillage, and you can't get that out of your mind, as no matter how hard you kind of try. And unfortunately, that does get reinforced in society when you look at people who are in particular jobs. Even if you say to people, who is a, when you think of a barrister, who do you think of? Most people would never think of somebody else like me. And that's the first kind of barrier. And then on top of that, it's cultural change within the organisations you've got. So if you've got people who, haven't had to deal with that before, and understand the issue of people in various sectors looking different, thinking differently, not just diversity of appearance but thought, then it's harder to get that change to become a systemic change. And that's a huge part of the barrier. And that's really a big part of why they lack diversity.
Such an elaborate breakdown, man.
There
That's what you call intellect, ladies and gentlemen. And Fazeela, would you like to comment on that, maybe from your perspective, going through university and going into the bar from your perspective?
I think that there's the lack of diversity because maybe chambers are looking at people who they want to hire who are like them. Essentially, they're taking a risk when they're bringing you into their chambers. So I think we have this fear when we're in interviews of we have to be what we think barristers like. We have to try and put on an accent or pretend we're from a certain place. But essentially, what is authentic will make you good at your career. Your clients are not going to be Oxford educated, white middle class, are they? Not all of them are going to be, especially in family law. So you need to own what's different about you and bring that across in interviews and applications, because that what makes you special and that is what makes you a valued member of that organisation. And I think the quicker that we realise that, the quicker it's better in the long run, I think.
Wow. And what do you have to say on this issue?
Don't really know what to
That was very
add.
powerful.
But yeah, 100%. I think it depends how deep you want to go, but racism is deeply rooted in British society, and that feeds through because the people, the white middle class, upper class people that are in positions of power, they, are the ones that sort of have the say of who enters into what profession, and they see us as something that's other than them, and it's almost that fear of other, that fear that fills so many people. But again, as you said, individuals, ethnic minorities, we're more than capable of being in these positions, and the more that we be our authentic selves, the more that we show to these people that we are capable of, doing just as good as the job as the upper class people.
Wow. Yeah, I definitely agree in terms of how, from a historical perspective, like you were saying, that a lot of things are deep rooted in the culture, and similarly how, because it's a lot of people recruiting that are like white and middle class that make the decision, it can then transcend into the application pool. And I also feel that maybe some of the reasons why diversity is lacked is due maybe to the self-confidence of those getting into it, because on one hand there is the systemic issue of companies and organisations and chambers not recruiting enough, but then there's another challenge of people, as you said, thinking, I didn't know that career was available to me, and all of a sudden people are so selecting themselves out of that process and not actually telling themselves, I can do this. I've had conversations with people getting further along when I was in college, for example, where they actually told me, you can't do this, it's not for you. They said it was an old boys club, and I remember that, and it sticks with me, because you sometimes get that sort of mental kind of control in your head, or controller that kind of sways you away from things you want to do. So I think from one perspective it's inherently existed within the institutional structures of these organisations and companies, but from another perspective, potentially due to that, it has now led to people believing, there's no black lawyers, there's no LGBT lawyers, there's no female lawyers that I see, so why should I believe that I can get in being myself and accepting myself? But I guess the two do play out with each other. And just to add on to that as well, I really believe that in order for companies to maybe improve that perspective, I think they need to understand that some people are so selected themselves out of the process. So they need to then make a more conscious effort in order to allow them to be exposed to more people that are more diverse from a younger perspective. Because some things I've seen in schools is that people who come there talking about law or talking about success don't really look like the population that is there. Like, they create this sort of impression, especially from even if you're going to talk about schools. In the schooling system, there's not many black teachers. So there's not many black teachers, there's not many black people in professions, or there's not many Asian people in professions, not as many Asian teachers. So proportionately, people don't see the people that are teaching them, and they want to be in their curriculum, so they don't get exposed to it from an early age. But hey, that's what we're here to try and improve, isn't it?